Hey kids, Mr. Glenn here, hope you're well. We're going to take a look at a website called Arcade MakeCode, and some of us will remember that from previous years, and that's great. Some of you will do this in a club, and that's great too. However, our lesson today is going to be about what makes a great game. So we're going to look at the things that make a great game. So this could be characters, it could be settings, it could be the way that we collect things, how many points we get, how many XPs, how many levels we have. All those things go into making a great game. And we're going to go on a little mission and a project together. And this is the start. So today, when we're in our teams, okay, we're going to go into your browser like this, like I'm in at the moment. And then I'm going to go and do a little search for Arcade MakeCode. And you can see as I start to type it in, Google will give you some results, and it just tries to work out what it is that you're trying to get. And now I'm going to go to Arcade MakeCode and click on that. Then I'll get the URL like that, arcade.makecode.com. I'm going to click on my first link. And then the first thing I want to do is, because we're at school, is we want to go and sign in. So when you sign in, you'll get three options: Microsoft, Google, and Clever. And so we want to use Microsoft with our Microsoft accounts at school. The reason we do that is because when we see our projects, which will be here next to this orange square, if we sign in with Google, then they can sometimes disappear. And it looks like they've disappeared, but actually they haven't. If you just sign in with Microsoft, it'll be okay. And just make sure you tick the remember me so you don't have to keep doing it every time you come to the computer. So I'm going to go and continue with Microsoft like this. And of course, because this is a website, you can do this at home as well. So when we're here, sometimes it can take a long time. I'm just going to pause my video real quick. Okay, so the website can take quite a long time to load up. It's quite a heavy website. So as you can see, because I'm signed in, all the things that are here, it stays open for me. And so we have all our games that we've made on all our projects. So if you were here and with me last year, then you will have all your games, and they'll appear here. So what are we doing on this page? Well, we're going to go and do some researching, because inside the skill maps, all these skill maps here, they all have little pieces of bigger games inside them. And if we look closely, you can see that there are little jigsaw puzzles or pieces, and then you have a padlock. So you have to go and do the tutorials that are in there. They're very, very, very short. However, when you're making things in there, they show you and guide you how to actually put a game together. And they're extremely handy. So I'm going to go to one that's very short. So I'm going to go to Sparks Flying here. Again, when I click it, it can take a long time to load. So I'm just going to go and pause my video for a second. And so when we look in here, you can see I've got a jigsaw puzzle, and then I've got a padlock, and then I've got a trophy that gives me something to win. So I'm going to go and open this up, and you can see that I've been in here before. So I'm going to go and restart mine so it looks like yours if you're going into the Sparks one. And you can see in here we've got a little timer. That's really handy. That's a useful thing for our games. That's one thing we want to use and learn from this tutorial. And so inside here, I'm going to go and move my screen out the way. So I'm just in the middle like that. I'll make myself a wee bit bigger so I'm talking to you directly. And just over here, so I've got my my canvas, which is here. And then on the left-hand side, you can see I've got step 2 of 15, but you can see how short they are. So if I click on the light bulb here, the light bulb is the thing that shows me what it is I'm going to go and make and where I can get it from. So it tells me the color, which is this color here, and it tells me set background image 2. So I can look at the instructions in here too, and it says go to the scene category in the toolbox and grab set background image 2. And you can see they're like little links. So when you click on them, it shows you where the things are. Okay, so this becomes really handy, and you pull it out and they go together like Lego. Okay, then inside here you can go and get your background. Okay, so that's one thing that we can go and use inside here. So this is for our game later. This shows us how we can go and make it. We've got all our tools that we can go and colour the things in and draw things, but also in the gallery we can go and get a game that we like, and we've got something that's made for us already. So I'm going to go and get my trees here, and then I'm going to hit done, and then that's my background got. And then my console down here, my little Game Boy, it shows me what my game is going to look like right now. So that's one thing that we're going to look at and when in our research today. Okay, So I'm just going to pause my video and go back into the home for a second. Here we are in home. Now, while I'm looking at sparks flying, someone in my team may go and look at, say, Save the Dinos, for example, which is this one here, because I know that this one has different mechanics, and this is the word that we're going to use a lot of. The mechanics are actually the things inside the game. When we put all the pieces together, those mechanics mean that we can go and do something like, if my character bumps into something, am I going to get a point? If we're going to collect a coin, is there going to be a sound? So when it hits it, that's a mechanic. Okay. So if I went to say the Dinos, again, I can go into here, and it says you can see that I've already started it. It's one that I've done before, so I can just go and quickly restart this, and then I can see what parts of a game this one is going to give me. So inside here, immediately I can see, if I move my head over to the side, you can see that I've got a side-scrolling game. This may be something in your team you want to go and make. Okay, it may be, it might not. Okay, so I'm going to hit OK and see what this is doing. So again, I've got backgrounds, I've got different sprites. So inside here, it's going to show me in my little breadcrumbs at the top what things I'm going to go and need to do. So I've got my controllers. That's another thing I need to learn about, how I'm going to control my characters. So I would come back here and learn how to control my characters. Right, that's it so far. We're going to go into the skill maps with our teams, and we're going to find out what makes a good game. We're going to look at all of the mechanics, and we're going to look closely at those things, and we're going to go and make a recipe for a marvelous game. Right, I'm going to stop the video now. I'm going to wish you the best of luck.